Hello, I'm Mr. DeVoe-Peterson, and I'm going to walk you through some of the steps for the Word hands-on test for Computer Concepts or CIT 15 at Fresno City College. This will be shared with multiple instructors, so if the voice sounds different than your instructors, it's me. Okay, so one of the first things you're going to be asked to do is save this with a new name. And at the moment, you're asked to save it with a name that is different than the starting file because we want to be able to go back to the starting file if we need to. So I'm going to change it to end. And I've done this several times. So that's why it asks me, am I sure? One of the first things we're asked to do is insert a cover page. So at the ribbon up here, I'm going to go to Insert, Cover Page, and we're told to use a specific style, sideline. And for company name, let's select the placeholder, and we're going to type in, guess what? Fresno City College. Great. And now for title, let's call this what it is, a word test. Yay, right? And for subtitle, CIT 15, let's go ahead and put that in there. And we end up with a date. And I'm going to put in Willy Wonka. Some of you know that movie. If not, look it up. And it's September 21st, September 23. There you go. I've got my title page done. Next, we're going to change the margin. So that's under layout in the ribbon, and then margins. And there's some presets here, but in this case, we're asked to just change the left margin. So I'm going to go to the custom and put in 1.5 inches. When I click OK, watch what happens here on the left. Yep, you just shift it over. Great. Then I'm going to change the font. And kind of a two-step process. I'm going to change the font. So I need to select everything first, Control A, and under Home, I'm going to pick, in this case, what it's asked me to do is pick Bookman Old Style. If it's not up here in a recently used font, scroll down here alphabetically and find it in the B's. Let me go ahead and do that now that I suggested it. Bookman Old Style. Okay, that's good. And this is an 8-pointer, so it's worth a lot. And it's so simple. So I changed the font. Now I'm going to justify the headings and text beginning with overview. So now I can't do Control A. I got to start with overview and actually select everything. And what did it ask me to do now that I did that? Justify. Okay, so right up here is left, center, right, and justify. When I click justify, watch what happens here to the font. See, it lines up just like the left-hand side, nice and even. That's done. Now, let's see. A little trickier here. Let's go up here to these 4 lines of text. And I know it selects a graphic. Don't worry about that. It wants me to right justify it and bold it. All right, that is done. And then I'm going to align the date, oddly enough, in the other direction, left. That's on the ribbon up here. There's left. Notice it jumped to the left for you nicely. That's good. And then I'm going to format the picture. So this is a little trickier. I'm going to make this picture smaller, but I'm first going to make sure that the word wrapping set right. So I'm going to right click my mouse or bring up this content menu, check wrap text, at least select it and see that it's square, and it is. So I didn't have to actually make a change there. But now I'm going to right click it again to bring up the content menu. And I'm going to size and position, and I'm going to make sure it's 50% of the current size, just 50%. Once I click OK, watch what happens to the image. Shrinks it down, right? All right, that's done. And that was worth 8 points. That was a biggie. Okay, so this one, students tend to miss this one a lot. So I want to make sure I carefully go through this. I'm asked to change the titles to a different font and a different size. I've selected my cursor, the I-beam selector. Let's see, it's an right here. So it's like a capital I. I'm putting it in the word somewhere, and then I'm going to pick the font I want, which is in this case Times New Roman, and I want it bigger. I want it 22 point, and it's already bold, but I want to add italic. Now, if I just wanted to copy this to one other title, I would click Format Painter, but I want to use it several times. So I'm going to hold Control and double click on Format Painter. And now I got a paintbrush with the I-beam selector, and I'm going to brush it on the next 5 titles. Now this one is a title. It doesn't look like one. It is. It's a title. Don't miss it. That's the second one. This is the third one, property safety. The fourth one is common safety tips. And the fifth and last one is important numbers. Now notice that the paste tool is still there with the brush with the I-beam selector. I need to click on it to turn it off. So that's off. Now all the headings are the same. You didn't have to go Times New Roman, 22, and italic individually for each one. The format painter is really handy in that regard. Now, this part, it's cut and paste, and the directions have you do a number of different steps. I'm going to walk through some of it for you. First, I'm going to hit the Enter key after overview to make a space. I'm going to select the text I want to move, and a move operation is the same as cut because I'm taking it from one place to another, and I'm simply going to select it and throw it up here. And now it's in front of the prior text. One slick move. I could have done select it, edit, and copy, go to the new location at the top here under overview and done edit and paste, but selecting a move to me is just faster and I tend to do that. Let's see what else. And that's it. Okay, the next step, let's see. This shouldn't be hard, but you know, sometimes it is. So let me go through this. I'm going to select this and change the left and right margin of this paragraph. So I'm going to select it, right click my mouse. I'm going to go to paragraph, and then here are my indentations, which is like a left and right side. I'm going to move it in 1/2 inch, just like it asked me to, and it is. Now this next step, I want a box around here, right? And I'll show you how not to do it, then I'll show you the right way. If I just select this text right at the period, and I go to the borders, I want borders and shading. If I click box right here in 1.5 point and okay, that's not what it should like. See the lines in between? Not what I want. So I'm going to undo, and I'm going to make sure in this selection, I at least go one space after the period. And then I'm going to go to the borders, and shading, and I'm going to again select box and the font size. And I now have a box, and I can go back there and pick a shading. I won't do it for you, but if you click up here, you're directed to pick a color, and you can look at that and do that one on your own, because I don't want to do this whole thing for you. I just want to get you part of the way here so you understand how to do it. Let's see, some of the next steps are pretty easy. Changing a word, deleting a word. Let's do a list under property safety. Here is a list of items under property safety. Now I could do a numbered list or a bulleted list. Bulleted list usually indicates a sequence or an order. In this case, there's not one item that's more important than another, so I'm doing a bulleted list. And I would just come up here and I think, let's see, make sure I tell you the right thing. Square bullet, there it is. There's a bulleted list. If these were a sequence or had to be in a certain order, then I might do a numbered list. That's where you would, do one versus the other. Okay, and there's a few other items where you do a list, but let me let you do that on your own. This part is somewhat complex. I want to take this the information here and convert this what we call text and put it in a table. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm inserting something here. So I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to go to table, and the directions say convert text to table, and that's exactly where you're going to be. It sees this information, sees that there's tabs or space in between what could be different columns, and guesses for you what it's going to be. In this case, it's right. I just selected the text, and I got the 3 columns. Then you're asked to put a label here. You're asked to insert a caption rather. In this case, you want the caption below the item, and I want a new label, and I'm going to type Fresno City College here. And you'll see it'll go below the item, and it will enumerate each caption. In this case, leave the one there. You may have a list of captions at your tables at the very end of a document, so that's just part of it. And this is pretty much it. Now, I think then your instructor will probably show you how to then upload this into my TLab for grading and get your grade. But I've done most of the steps for you. Hopefully, you'll find this helpful. So good luck with your project, and let your instructor know if you have any questions. All right. Bye for now.